just can't seem to get away. 'Cause now your name strikes me with fear. I freeze every time that you come near. So tell me if you think it's fair. I'm plagued by you, but you don't care. She's got me scared of the dark. She's gonna tear up my heart. It's like a ghost story has come alive for me. She leaves me nowhere to go. I'm standing here on my own, and now I'm starting to doubt if I could ever get out. It's like a ghost story. You send shivers down my spine. In the end, you kill me every time.
What's going on?
Hello. I miss watching my favorite Minecraft / variety streamer.
You run faster anyway. After every turn I make, I fall into your sick game. And I know I'm just a pawn. 'Cause when I'm dead, you'll just move on. She's got me scared of the dark. She's gonna tear up my heart. It's like a ghost story has come alive for me. She leaves me nowhere to go. I'm standing here on my own, and now I'm starting to doubt if I can ever get out. It's like a ghost story. I can't fall asleep at night. With all these thoughts I have to fight. And I'm trapped in your lovely torture. 'Cause I told myself I wanted closure. These skeletons up in my closet. Tell me what you made them promise. 'Cause I can't trust them anymore. Anytime you're at my door. She's got me scared of the dark. She's gonna tear up my heart. It's like a ghost story has come alive for me. She leaves me nowhere to go. I'm standing here on my own, and now I'm starting to doubt if I could ever get out. She's got me scared of the dark. She's gonna tear up my heart. It's like a ghost story has come alive for me. She leaves me nowhere to go. I'm standing here on my own, and now I'm starting to doubt if I could ever get out. If I could ever get out.
I'm back. Hello. Hi, Toast. Thanks for resubbing, man. I am a variety streamer. I swear. I swear. I'm a variety content creator that just primarily focuses on Minecraft. That's all. That's all it is. I've had a long week, and it's only Monday, so that kind of it's only Wednesday. Jesus Christ, that kind of shows you where I'm at right now. And that's what they all say. It's fair. So I was gonna also welcome back, Toast. I know you were on a little trip doing your thing because you like graduated. What a nerd. Welcome back. I got sick over the weekend. So I was like in bed for most of the weekend, and I wanted to stream on Monday, but I was still in recovery. You were in Hawaii? Jesus. Did you see a turtle? I've only been to Hawaii once and I was like 4 years old, so you probably flew over me. What's it called? I got sick over the weekend, like a really bad cold where my ears are still like, you saw 11 turtles? That's insane. Lucky. But my ears are still like plugged up from my cold. So I have like the volume a little higher than normally because I can't like hear. Stopped in San Francisco. I love San Francisco. I think that'd be like one of the only cities I'd want to live in. And I don't like cities. I don't like living in, like going to a city. San Francisco is cool though, so maybe. Anyway, so Monday, I'm starting to feel a little better on Monday, so I'm like, I want to stream today. But I'm still like trying to chill. I sleep in Monday. I try to sleep in Monday, spend half the day in, and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get up and do a short stream. Spam risk! Do a short stream, and then I'm gonna go chatting. Then or I'll do a late stream because I had D&D. So I'm like, if I don't get to do a short stream before D&D, I'll do a late stream after D&D. We don't finish D&D till like 8:30, and I'm like, I'm tired. I have an 8 a.m. work shift the next day, so I get a full weekend of practically complete bed rest for a full weekend, and then I have an 11-hour shift yesterday. I had an 11-hour shift yesterday. So I was like exhausted. And then today I'm like, okay, I'll stream today. So I'm streaming today. I had to watch my puppy, or not my puppy, my Nina's puppy. And then I still have work tonight. I have work tonight at 8 p.m. to 1 a.m. So that's fun. What's she saying? I feel you got a cold on your trip? Oof. Because of all the flights, double ear infection. Now just getting rid of it all because you did go to a con too. Yeah. We've had an eventful week. And I'm glad I'm getting over my cold because I have an event on Thursday, which is the 2nd. Yeah. I'm going to like a music thing on Thursday with some friends, which I'm very excited because I went to one of earlier this year, like in March or something, went to an emo night, and there's so many cute girls specifically at emo night, and I don't talk to any of them because I'm a fucking nerd, and the music's good too, so it's like a double bonus. Anyway, we're playing hardcore Minecraft. Let me open it. Oh my gosh, am I in the right world? Yes, hold on, it's loading. 1.20 is coming out soon. Oh yeah, it's gonna get loud real quick because I'm at my skulk farm. I don't know how to turn it off, but where is it? This is how much skulk I got here from chilling for like half an hour. I followed a farm because I had to. This is also where I almost died a couple weeks ago from this. But anyway, you stand here and you just kind of do this. And it collects it. It does what it has to do. I can't turn it off though. I can't turn it off. So I get very scared here because we're very, very low. Anyway, we're here. I'm probably gonna leave some of these shulkers behind. I don't want to leave some of these shulkers behind. I guess I'll take some of these shulkers. I'll leave that behind. But yeah, when I was doing, I'm gonna talk about it when I'm further away from the thingy. Yeah. Anyway, when I was building that, one of the carts pushed me off, even though I was crouched. I was pushed off. Literally, the contraption I was making pushed me off, and I almost fell into the void. It was very scary because, hold on, actually no, hold on. I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you what happened. It was scarier in the moment because I wasn't streaming. I was just like watching a tutorial and a stream. So I had somebody else's stream open and the tutorial open, and it was very loud because the Endermen were doing their thing, because like the redstone was working. But my inventory was full like this. I'm doing something like this, right? And I get knocked off. So I'm like, oh, so I'm floating, and I have to like switch my rockets into my hand and like go through my inventory while I'm falling, slowly but falling over the void. It was terrifying. I'm still incredibly congested and my ears are all stuffed up. I've been trying to get my ears unplugged so bad right now. It's so annoying. But we're gonna do something fun, and by fun I mean kind of boring. Do I have room for any of this? Oh my goodness, I have like no room in here. I want to finish the circle of skulk. Finish the circle of skulk over at what's it called, the city, because I started it and then I couldn't finish it because, where does this go? Where do I go? Where do I put the things I have in my, I'm still trying to stay organized. This is an earlier stream than I'm used to. Light blue terracotta. Where do I put that? I guess I could put it in here. Okay, we're going to the city. We're going to the city. I haven't done a lot of work in the city, mainly because I've been working a lot on Crimson, which I still have to do work on Crimson. My schedule's been incredibly packed recently, just trying to schedule stuff, and also like it's been crazy. Have a new job. The hours go back and forth from like doing nothing, like having nothing to do for work, and being busy for like over 10 hours in a day. So it's weird. And then I also have commissions to work on, so I have to make sure I only have one commission right now, but it's a very detailed piece, so I'm trying to work on that. Want to work on videos, and then I also have to find time to stream, and then I have to, what's it called, try to make time for family and friends too, because you know I'm a person. See, where did so last time we built this little alley here, which is the clean switch shop, like a little robotics part shop, and this doesn't really have a lot in here. This is just kind of like the house or the living space. This is like the living space for the laundromat's owner. I'm very proud of this laundromat. I think the laundromat looks amazing. We also have the nightclub down. Oh, we also did the fountain, which I'm very tempted to. Hold on. There was a crystal there, one of the end crystals there. I had an end crystal there. That was like the centerpiece for the fountain. I think I blew it up when I was doing the raid, which is hilarious. There's just not an end crystal there anymore. Okay. Awesome. Cool. Oh, it's been a minute since, I mean, it hasn't been that long, but it's been a little bit. So yeah, what I was doing off screen was kind of I finished the circle drawing. Like, I didn't fill it in, but I finished following the circle for the skulk, so you can kind of see where the skulk is gonna go. So we can start doing that. And then if I need more skulk, I can just go get more skulk, because I have a skulk farm now. Oh, also I have a book of subscribers for anyone who didn't see me the last time I streamed on my Hardcore World. Where people who sub to me get put into the book of subscribers. I have 5 names because those are like the long-term subs. People who actually sub. I can't really tell who else. I know I have 8 subs right now. I have... Excuse me. I'm going to be coughing a bit. I haven't talked this much in several days. But yeah. So if you want to sub, you get your name put into the book of subscribers. And if your sub expires, you don't. So it just stays there because I won't keep track of your subs. I don't know what I'm saying, man. Enderman? I just be talking. I'm delusional. I almost didn't sub today. I almost didn't stream today as well because I was I got home from dog sitting and my tummy was immediately like, hey, wouldn't it be freaking hilarious if we just started really hurting for no reason? And it was like a bad tummy cramp. I'm like, why are you hurting me? Why are you hurting me right now? Like this doesn't need to be what our relationship is like, tummy. This isn't you. Look at me. This isn't you. But my tummy, it was my tummy. It hurt me. So I wanted to originally stream at 3, but I was able to chill out for a half an hour. And this stream's probably not gonna be that long because I have to finish. The latest I can stream till is 6:30, which is just under 3 hours. Which is fine. It's fine. There's probably gonna be buildings here too. Oh, it's nighttime. What? Skulk. Why do I have skulk there? Or sensor there. Get those sensors out of here. I have some peach lemon. No, I have some peach Snapple tea, which is the best Snapple. Snapple peach tea is the best Snapple. You cannot prove me wrong. It's so tasty. Also, look at this like nightclub bar area. It looks so cool, I think. And what's even cooler is that I could probably put like some kind of lights here. Or maybe like redstone here. At least for these 2 rows. And make blinking lights. I could. Probably won't. Because I don't wanna right now. I don't want to do it right now. I want to dig and then fill in skulk. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this area. We'll burn that bridge when we get to it. Ah! No. I should be leaving spaces open for buildings. I'm just not, because now I don't have to worry about the lack of skulk in my life. Hey now. Hey now. No. Oh, there we go. So I can just fill things in willy-nilly. I don't want to go back to the skulk farm right now because if I go back, I have to fix... Jesus Christ! Actually, I do want that course. I'll pick that up again. Just give me a sec. I need to fix some stuff at the skulk farm because I use blocks that I thought would look nice as a part of the farm. Not realizing that just because the terracotta has been dyed doesn't mean it's not still skulkable, skulk replaceable. Still very much skulk replaceable, even though Not just plain terracotta. Made me very sad to see that. I need to clean it up. And that's gonna be very annoying. But you know what? I'll do it eventually. I want to keep this coarse dirt because I'm going to be using it probably. Potentially. Perhaps. Today we're just going to focus. We're going to focus on the environment, the skulk floor for the city. The skulk floor for the city is what is important today. I want to get most of it filled out and finished up. Okay. I will be figuring out what I'm doing down there eventually. Dude, I don't know if I want it to be skulk. Cause like over here, I'm gonna change the skulk right now. Actually, I can just do that. Nothing stopping me from just adding a bit of skulk on the walls here. Except maybe that I don't like that. I don't know. I might take it down. I can do what I want. Over here is not gonna be skulk. Over here is gonna be. It's gonna look more like a rocky beach. That's why I'm not touching over here, and it already kind of looks like a rocky beach. I might texture some more stuff. I'm just, you know, I could say words, but committing to the words that I say is there. I don't remember putting this block here. I don't know. I don't think I would have. It looks like it just like fell. I'm not gonna move it for now, but that's really weird. I guess I could fill this skulk in and then I can figure out what I want to do for the rest of the environment. Environment's such a peculiar word. Just be saying things. Just be saying things. I can figure out what I want to do for the rest of the environment later. Skulk. I don't want to fill all this in. Maybe I'll just, there's a limit. There's a limit. There's a limit. There's a limit to where I'll go with this. Even I have limits. Okay, okay, right here. Maybe I can make this all like gravelly and more mixed with the coarse dirt here. I think that would work. I think that would make an excellent little thingy. But for now, we're just going to follow the path. The path. Yesterday, my friends activated the sleeper agent within me, but not in like a boo way, in like a fun way. Because they are mentioning, I don't know, Jose might even be here. Jose, you there? Nah. But anyway, I didn't see it until a little bit later. So I was like, I had to be summoned. I had to get my court summoning. So anyway, they were talking, one of my friends was like, hey, what genre is Five Nights at Freddy's? In like terms that I'll understand. And they're talking, they're like, I don't know, it's like a liminal space analog horror game, in it. And they're like, I don't know. And then they're like, oh, Bob's was a film studies major. Maybe they'll know something about genres. And then of course I didn't see this for like, until like 45 minutes later, right? And I opened up I am way outside of, okay, yeah. I'm just doing whatever. Although I like this little cove area. I can put like a little mini pirate ship there, I think. Or like not a black market, a secret market. Or maybe I'll put I'll make that like the little area where the the Fire Nation kids had their little dance party. That'd be cute. And see, I like Five Nights at Freddy's. I think the lore and the fandom around it more so than anything is fun. I think it's a fun, like, community. It's a fun little community. Beyond that though, I'm kind of like whatever about it. However, I love talking about analog horror and liminal spaces. I think they're so much fun, and I think there's something super interesting about liminal spaces, where I think the best descriptor of it, and I said this in my little rant. Anyway, I'll get back to that. Anyway, so I saw them mention liminal spaces and analog horror, and I'm like, so I kind of like Five Nights at Freddy's, but I really like all this stuff you guys are talking about here. So let me impart some knowledge. And I could read word for word like what I wrote to them, because I went on a mini rant. Hold on, I'm sorry, I had to mute real quick. I'm talking so much. Why is my stream unstable? Why? What's wrong? Are we dying? Is stream dying, guys? I was telling a haha interesting story. Is my stream dying? I feel like stream is dying. Oh yeah, stream's dying. Oh, there we go. Jesus Christ, I'm so far behind. What is going on? Ah, fudge. Jesus Christ. Reconnection successful. How we doing? Where are we at? We're still struggling. Okay. What is going on? I don't know if we're back.
Yesterday I heard you say your lust for life has gone away. It got me thinking, I think I feel a similar way, and that's sad, that's sad. So let's make a decision, start a new religion, yeah. We're gonna build a temple to our love, orgiastic dances, nymphs and chances, yeah. We'll be the envy of the gods above. I'm feeling devious. You're looking glamorous. Let's get mischievous and polyamorous. Wine and women and wonderful vices. Welcome to
I want to do a test real quick. I don't know why stream is struggling right now, I'll be honest. Like, no one's home. Okay, hold on, are we back? I'm gonna do a quick test. That is sent at 4. Right? Okay, test sent at 4. We see it on screen. Okay, it's just on screen now. Okay. I think we're back. I think we're good. I think we're all solid. Okay. Refresh stream. I think we should be good. Just give me a quick sec. That's so stupid. I don't know why. Okay. Just hoping stream's running good now. Okay. I don't know why that was a thing. I'm gonna just do a quick clear chat. That did nothing for my chat on screen. Oh, that is the... No, okay, there we go. Wonderful. Yeah, okay, stream's working better now. Things are being faster. All good. Okay, back in this. I was talking about all rant I went on with my friends, but you know, this whole thing is very tiring. This whole stream suddenly not working out of nowhere, very tiring. I don't know why I did that. It shouldn't have done that. It's very rude that it did that. I just want to place the silly little blocks, and my stream wants me to not. I do have a couple videos in the work. I decided to cancel. I know I talked about it a couple times. I decided not to go forward with the Tumblr video. I don't know. I just had I was working on it, and then I'm like, I don't like this after all. So I stopped working on it. Easy as that. I'll probably put another wall there. And maybe some, so this is it. So some stairs here. And it's getting dark. But it's okay. I'll do like the stairs right here, like steps right here. And I'm gonna run to a bed now. Whee! Like these steps, like steps like that, right? Yes, 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 yes. I don't know how to, I need to clear my chat. I need to clear my chat on my gosh darn. Oh, I'm gonna try something real quick. Hold on. Give me a sec. I'm gonna try something real quick. I'm so professional. I haven't streamed in almost a week, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Can I refresh? Yes, I can. Okay, chat refreshed. I just had to do that. It's great. I want to test one more thing while I'm here in my little testing area. Actually, no, I won't test it. I won't test it after all. It's fine. Bring the fire. Bring the fire. Bring the desire. Bring the heat. Bring the fire. Bring the fire. Let's take it higher. They're just saying words, ain't they? Fire. Bring the feast. Bring the fire. Do I want to keep this here? I think so, actually, yeah, because I can do this. This is where, like, the little stairs are gonna be. Like this, and then like this. And then I'll put something there. It's not just gonna stay dirt, I promise. I promise I'll make it look nice. I gotta put down the silly little blocks first. What is here? This is the theater. Oh, the theater. Putting it here? Sure, yeah, right here. Put it right here. You know what? I'm gonna spell it obnoxiously. Watch this. The theater. Oh my god. I'm in my cowboy outfit still. I'm still a cowboy. Once a cowboy, always a cowboy. Do I have torches? I need some torches or some light down there. Okay. Surely I have surely I have torches. In here anywhere? Like 10 light. Oh damn, I do not have a lot of torches. I just want to make sure this down here is all lit up, because spiders can spawn down here. The more you know. The more you know. Spiders can spawn down there. Okay. But now we have the torches, so I can just go ham. Going ham is such a funny turn of phrase. Like going hog wild. I mean, I get it. Like it just clicked for me. That probably going ham is a play on going hog wild, which is from hogs going wild, because hogs are incredibly scary. Ever seen a hog? You didn't think so? That's how they get you. You never see them coming. That's what's so wild about it. Oh my god, that sounded a lot more aggressive than it was. I am appalled. Me in there. Boom, right there. Okay. Look at all this progress we're making. Ow. Okay, look at that. We've done so much progress. Kind of. This area is complicated. This area gets complicated. Because originally this was going to be like a path to the underground, which is a working, it's a working title. I don't know if that's what working title means, but it's fine. Anyway, so originally there was going to be like this right here was going to be like a weird shop that you had to go into and say like a secret word, and they'd be like, okay, buddy, I see you. Come on in the old pop shop, you know? That's no longer the case. There is still gonna be a weird business that you go in and be like, here's the secret word. Show me how to get into the cool place. But that's now over here. That's over here. And it's gonna be in here. And I kind of want to set up like a redstone door. Like I want to put buttons, or like a button right here. And it's going to unlock this. And I think I could do it. I think I could do it. I think I could do it. And so you'd have to be like, you'd push here. And there'd be like a timing thing, right? It would have to be like timed. And it opens, you go through, and it closes, and then there'll be another button on the other side. Eventually I'm gonna do that. Just not now, because that's a whole nother redstone tutorial, and mumbo jumbo can only help someone so much. I am, you know, redstone challenged. Like directionally challenged, but with redstone. I was talking to a friend of mine. I was talking to a friend of mine, and she's actually my best friend's girlfriend. And I had just discovered, it was actually a couple months ago. This was at my birthday party. I had just discovered the very fun fact that we both very much enjoy Hermitcraft. And I was ecstatic, beyond that word. I was incredibly hyped over this fact, because I'm like, poor Roy. I drag them into talking about Minecraft block men all the time. And now I have someone else I could talk to about them who understands what I'm saying. I'm still gonna talk to Roy about them, because that is how I show love. This is how I bond with people. Ever since I was a child, I will just talk their ear off about things that are cool to me. And right now, that is block men on YouTube and Twitch. And anyway, I was talking to her, and I was telling her how like I was trying to see like, who do you watch, who do I watch, like comparing and contrasting our watcher viewer experience. And I got to Doc M77, and she's like, oh no, I don't watch him. And I'm like, oh my god, you gotta watch him. I don't understand like half the stuff he says, but it's the funniest thing, because he'll start talking about, what is under me? He'll start talking about whatever redstone stuff he's doing. I'll zone out for like 45 minutes, and then I'll zone back in right as he says, check this shit out, guys. And then it's the most batshit insane thing I've ever seen. And I don't understand how he does it or what he does. It's just always so freaking cool. And she was like, yeah, no, that's why I can't watch him, because I do understand everything he's saying. And I just it'll make me want to start doing redstone, and I can't get sucked back into that. And I'm like, that's understandable, but the fact that you understand how redstone works is insane. My brain does not like. I watched a video like probably like a year ago at least now, where Mumbo Jumbo was all, it was like a short, and he's all like, I'm going to explain how redstone comparators work. I'm like, okay, no shot. I don't know how those work, so I'm gonna watch it. It's a short. I'm gonna try to learn something today. By the time he was done explaining, I knew nothing about it still. It made sense. Everything he was saying made sense. I just it did not click in my brain. Anyway, I had to go to the bathroom. BRB. Where's my BR back? Oh, there it is. Okay, BR back. I return. Hello. Hello. Okay. Okay. Where was I? I was playing, you know, a little block game called Minecraft. Sorry, hit my mic. I gotta get reoriented in my seat. Okay. Okie dokie. Return. Oh, hello, me. That's me. Okay. I'm going to do real quick. I want to see if I can do this. Wow! Okay, sorry. That made me very excited. That was very, like, the coolest thing I did. Okay, I've done. Today, at least. I haven't done a lot of cool things today, so. You know how it can be. Let's get rid of these. Because originally I had plans for that, and now I just don't. So, bye-bye, you. And you know what? We can flatten this out too. This isn't necessary. And you know what? Again, you know what? Doubly. I can just start with this, and it's getting dark. I don't like letting it get dark here because I have villagers, meaning that there's a decent sized chance that a horde can spawn, and that's just annoying. Back when I was trying to get skulk, literally the hardest way you can get it, maybe I wanted that, but now, nah. Okay. We're almost, I don't want to say we're almost done because we still have all the way over here. We're probably gonna have to do a skulk farm run, which is fine with me. I can show off, I can fix it, and then I can like kind of show off how it works. Even though I didn't make the farm. Obviously, I just talked about how I am redstone incompetent. So obviously I didn't make the farm, but I can look up who did. It's a really good farm, and it's a really easy to like follow tutorial. I made it twice. I made it first in creative to test it out, like test out that it worked and all that fun stuff, and then I made it in survival. And I did almost die, but you know what? It works. So it works. It's fine. There's some kind of hole under me. I'm gonna probably have to find that. Okay, where is it? Right here? Yeah. Oh, there's a bunch of them. Oh, there's also a creeper. There's a lot down there. I'm gonna need to go get some torches. I know I have like nothing. I have nothing. But I should have coal. Coal Cassidy. Howdy. Sticks. I do have coal. Lovely. Okay. I also have a bunch of trash. I don't know where to put the trash. I mean, I do. I have a trash location. Do I have Forster? I do. Okay. Plants. Stone. Oh. Okay. More stone. Okay, I can put the stone upstairs. It's fine. I do have stone up here. Right here. So I'll just do this. Do I have wood in these? I have some wood, yes. Make a bunch of sticks. Perfect. Ugh, hold on. It got very warm all of a sudden. I had to take off my sweater I was wearing. That is annoying. It was a pullover. So, of course, I had to stop everything I'm doing just to get comfortable. It's been a good stream. This has been a solid stream. Where is the hole in the ground? Over here. Oh, iron. Might pick that up, despite the fact that I do not need it. And it continues. We're exploring a cave now. Okay, buddy. No, I don't need that from you. Stop it. Okay. Oh, cool. A potential alternative location to the underground. Is there anything else over here? I think I lit most of this area up. At least in the immediate area. Did I pick up some of these, some of this iron? There's so much iron down here. I don't need it. I'm just very tempted to grab it because, you know, free iron. But I also have a lot of free iron. I have an iron farm. That is kind of the freest iron you can get. Okay, we've solved the zombie issue. I was kind of bummed that there's not a spawner down there, but it's okay. It's fine. Everything's fine. I have a headache. Gonna take some... I've just been having a weird day. So I'm struggling, and my day is far from over. So it's fine. It's fine. Okay. Okay, we're fine. I keep going. Despite everything, we persist. And KK Bubblegum's playing? Oh, hell yeah, we persistin'. We persistin'. Now, I do want to go on my little rant about Five Nights at Freddy's genres. I just have to pull up what I said on the message. I think it was very funny. Or not funny. I think I made some very interesting points. Okay, so... Where does it start? Okay. So they mentioned, they're like... If one of my friends is like, FNAF or Five Nights at Freddy's is a horror game that falls into the genre of like liminal spaces and analog horror. And I'm like, I don't think it does. Coming in like an hour late, right? I was like, I don't think it does fall into those categories. If any of my friends hop in here, they're gonna be so annoyed with me. But I said, so I don't think it falls into the like liminal space category because although like Five Nights at Freddy's, liminal spaces can make use of like fear related to nostalgia in a way, kind of like if you think about those old decrepit, like the really old kind of dark play places, that's technically considered that's used in a lot of liminal space images. Boomst. Oh nope, sorry. message. I got a message. So, and also Analog Horror does that too. But Five Nights at Freddy's doesn't really have the same vibe as Liminal Spaces. And I think it's like with Liminal Spaces, it's the feeling of emptiness mixed. Oh, Jose, no! I'm sorry! You brought it up yesterday. I have to keep talking about it. You what's it called? I was like a sleeper agent and you woke me up with your question. It's one of my interests. One of my interests, Jose. Don't not like this to me. Don't not like this to me. I place block. That is all I can do right now. I want to take out all the catalysts. Anyway, like I was saying, oh, I don't have my, here we go. I'm just going in. So I wasn't the only person who said, I think it was like Wendigoon said it more popularly. So it's like with liminal spaces, in regards to liminal spaces, it is the scary part about liminal spaces is that there's a feeling that someone should be there or someone is there. You just can't see them because if no one's there, what's happening or what you're seeing or what's in front of you isn't really explainable. Oh my God, you scared me. Really good. Yeah. Yeah. My mic can't pick you up. Yeah, it's the familiarity of it. Yeah, as I said, liminal spaces kind of draw on the fear of nostalgia alongside it. Yeah. Because it's like those play places that you see. You're like, it's the feeling of like I've been there before. Sister just walked in. Anyway, so that's why when liminal spaces are used in horror games, a big aspect of it is exploration, because they want, like, the creators of the horror games want you to like look around and discover the space, because the interesting part of using liminal spaces is the environment itself. And Five Nights at Freddy's, I don't think really falls into that. There's not really a game. Well, there's not I'm more in regards to the first game. That's what I went to first. But none of the games really involve exploration as like a feature of the gameplay until Security Breach. And Security Breach is not anywhere like liminal space because of how full the environment is with activity. The scary thing about like the most popular liminal space, like the back rooms, is that it's very still. It's very empty. It's very much the same, but you know that there might be something just around the corner. You know that there might be things following you. And you know, in like backrooms games, you know there are monsters in there. But I personally think the fun or the creepiness of the backrooms and liminal space games is lessened when there's a lot of monsters wandering around and a lot of threat. It changes like the feel of the game completely. Hey now, no. Oh, I have to do this one too. Let's see if I can do this again. Hold on, I want to see, what else did I say? So yeah, so in regards of like genre, I think, no. I think Five Nights at Freddy's falls into like, I said this on the messages last night. I was like, Five Nights at Freddy's falls very much into... Gosh darn it, I did this so cool. That's fine. So on Google lists a bunch of nothing for like the Five Nights at Freddy's genre. So obviously it's a horror game. According to Google, it's a survival horror game, which it's not. It's just not. And I say this because survival horror is one of my favorite genres of horror, because I like survival games. But when it comes, like, technically, if we on a completely technical level, yes, survival is an aspect of the Five Nights at Freddy's games. But most, if not all, horror games have an aspect. Hello? Excuse. Okay, do I still have torches? I do. Okay, cool. We're going exploring again. Oh, that's a lot of monsters. I dug this, didn't I? Obviously I dug this. I think I dug this when I was doing the mountain eating. That is bizarre. I have to cover that up. But yeah. So survival horror. Survival horror, in my opinion, maybe I'm wrong to assume this, but when I think of survival horror games, I think of games where an important aspect of the gameplay is actively maintaining your survival. And not just in like, oh, if you get caught by the monster, you die, therefore you have to survive, because that's every single game. When it comes to survival or surviving in survival horror games, I think of like, you have to, outside of like the main threat of monsters or whatever is like coming to get ya, you have to ensure that you are keeping yourself alive, because cryopreservation has a simple premise. Hi, backpack. It's fine. Thank you for your insights. Anyway. It sounds like you guys are having a very lovely conversation in the other stream. Tell them I said hello. Hi, backpack. Oh my god. I can't even laugh hard right now because I will start coughing very badly. Jesus, what was I talking about? I was talking about survival horror. Anyway, interesting stream combo. Really, it was. So, survival horror. Microwaves were invented because of cryopreservation. I thought microwaves were invented because a scientist walked in front of like radiation or something with a chocolate bar in his pocket and it melted. That's what I thought. I have no, I don't remember where I heard that, but that's what I heard. I'm trying to stay on topic. It's hard. We're talking about cryopreservation now. Jesus Christ. I can't get too emotional now. I'll start dying. Anyway. survival horror. I was saying there has to be an aspect of survival. You hit that inhaler. No, my inhaler's downstairs. I probably am gonna have to use my inhaler today, because I did run out of cough medicine and I am a bit wheezy. Anyway, so like I said, there has to be an aspect of survival, of like maintaining your survival outside of like the main monster you are fighting. Since I was in a stream with forensic pathologists, doesn't mean it is an interesting stream chat. That's valid. Sounded interesting from our end, but they used to use hot pads to thaw frozen hamsters, guinea pigs, but that kept on burning the poor things. So then they put them in a microwave and they were totally fine. Don't those things explode if you put them into microwaves? I mean, I guess if they're not frozen, if they're frozen, that could be different. I'll try it. Don't try it. Don't put your hamster in the microwave. Don't put your hamster in the microwave. When they aren't frozen, probably. Yeah, okay. That's yeah, they have to be frozen for them not to explode. Don't put a hamster in the microwave, please. Oh my god, I think you guys are actually gonna kill me today. I think I might actually be taken out today. Anyway, so that there has to be. Fun fact, chainsaws were first invented to aid in childbirth. Terrifying, but I think I might have heard that one before. Terrifying though. Oh, I'm out. Okay. Also, I know one fun fact is that weren't hills originally worn by, like high heels originally worn by butchers to avoid all the meat, blood? Gotta cut the pelvic bone somehow. Only I just investigate into how to do resurrection. Now, you know what? Valid pursuit of knowledge. Let us know if you discover anything interesting with that. I'm trying not to cough directly into the mic, but like I'm not fast enough to what's it called? Mute my mic in time. Oh, I have more skulk here. I'll probably still make a trip out to the skulk farm just to fix it up. But I think this is the last. This is not the last area. I'm going to talk about survival horror game and how it loops back into the topic at hand. I figured out that you can make rats in a lab, but it's an iffy result if it works and couldn't actually test it. Huh. Isn't that just cloning, or are you talking about like creating life? And if you're talking about creating life, isn't that a homunculus? I will be honest. The extent of my knowledge on homunculus goes to Full Metal Alchemist and that one guy, one Russian guy that tried to make an homunculus from an egg. I am dying. Give me a sec to just get my throat cleared. This is one of my more scuffed streams, I will be honest. Making a synthetic womb. Interesting. That, I'll be honest, I'm sure the science behind it is amazing and groundbreaking and all that stuff. That sounds like the plot of a horror movie. Of like your classic scientists went too far and tried to play God and made a synthetic womb, but it birthed out like a monster. Like, you know. I mean, it probably is possible. Anything's possible if you just believe. Like I'm believing I'll get back to talking about survival horror. Because it goes back into... I just got very upset. Not like legitimately upset, but more like annoyed by Google saying that Five Nights at Freddy's is survival horror. Which, on a technicality, they're not wrong. But they are wrong. It is... If Five Nights at Freddy's is survival horror, every horror game where death is an option is survival horror. Also, seriously, you learned some science on making life from an anime? It was a joke! It was a joke! I said the extent of my knowledge on homunculus come from Five Nights at Freddy's. No, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and that one Russian dude with a gas mask that tried to make one from an egg. That is all I know about homunculus as like a whole, like as a topic. Not on how to make them, just what they are. What was Five Nights at Freddy's is not survival horror. I'll make it back around. I'll make it back around, I promise. Anyway, so survival horror. It's homunculus. It's homunculi. Be nice to me. It's a hypothetical thing. It's words are made up. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, hello, guys. Aren't they the same thing? What's the difference? Homunculus, homunculi. Oh, one's plural, huh? Homunculi is the plural of homunculus. I see. I get it. Yes. Answered. Asked and answered. Yes. Got it. Awesome. Back at hand. So yeah, Google claimed Five Nights at Freddy's was survival horror. I disagree because survival horror has to have an aspect of survival that is intrinsic to the game, separate from the main threat, or separate from like the horror threat. Like, for example, Subnautica, I would class as a survival horror game, an open world survival horror game, because it has a lot of aspects of horror, like the big scary monster. I have a fun game for you to play that totally isn't horror based. Oh, lovely. Tell me what it is, because I totally don't have to play a horror game when I reach my follower goal. Did I finish? I finished. Oh, with 10 to spare. Let me see it from the sky. I'm not wearing my elytra. Look at that. Isn't a horror game. It's an FPS game. Okay, SCP Lab. Oh yeah, SCP Secret Lab. Oh, shush. Elytras are fun. I like going places fast. Honestly, this looks pretty good. Obviously, this area is not perfect because they're cheating. Use a horse. I will not use a horse. I play Minecraft to have fun, and elytras are fun. So, horse and a speed 2 potion. Then I have to make potions. I barely make potions. I never put that bell back. Also, SCP was SCP Secret Lab. I think that's on my wish list on Steam, or I've looked at it. I think I might get that. The SCP games scare me so bad. I'm so bad. But I might play. I might have to. It is free? Oh, then I might already have it if it's free. SCP games scare me, but I might check it out because SCPs interest me so much. I love SCP. Play it right now with me. I can teach you it. I'm not gonna play it right now because I'd have to download it, and I want to play Minecraft. I'm in two Twitch chats at once. That's how you do it. I usually have. When I'm lurking in Twitch chats, I also usually have 2 open at least. I'm gonna run to the skulk farm to fix it up real quick because it'll bother me if it's not all fixed up. Talking about cryostasis and talking about SCP. Honestly, valid. That's how you gotta do it. That's you gotta multitask your chats. Might do smooth stone. Okay. I should also probably grab some more rockets. But SCPs interest me so much. The only reason I don't go into it as much as I like is because it's such a deep dive of lore. Like, I love listening to YouTube videos that go into it, and then but it's just a lot to remember. So if SCP's interest you think so if SCP is interesting to me, I think I got a better game that is still free. Shoot, what is it? Tell me. SCPs interest me a lot. It's just their lore is, there's so much lore. I remember there's a bunch I like that I just don't know the numbers of because it's containment breach. Ah, I knew that was gonna come up. That one is so scary to me. That one's so scary to me. I have to fix my poor little guy. Remastered version. Oh no. I didn't even watch Markiplier play that one because I got scared. Oh gosh, all of this is all skulk. Okay. Okay, there we go. It's not gonna do anything. I'm gonna do this real quick. Just have to go, I think, right like there at least. I have 5, 2, 3, 4. Okay, no. I know Markiplier played that recently, and I was very not down to watch it because I was very scared. I have a very complicated relationship with horror. I love it and it terrifies me. I'm so bad at watching horror. And then you should play it. I might. That might be the game I get. I'm trying to fix this because it got covered in skulk. I used blocks that were skulk replaceable, which was a bad thing to do. No tutorial on it? Yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna do. Probably what I'm gonna do. No tutorial, just go in it. That might be the game I play. But my rule, you will be guide, awesome. My rule though is I'm not gonna play like a super scary horror game until I get to 250 followers, because you can't just watch me suffer. You gotta kind of work for it. I don't suffer for free. But I'll put that on my to get list then. I already did your part. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. It is appreciated. Okay, now. Okay. I don't want to break anything too much. Okay. Who's calling me? That is spam risk. Spam risk, go! But you know what? Just so I have, like, I can say that I'm gonna get it. I'll get it. Okay, so we have this going for us now. I need to take out all this skulk because, can I turn that off? Will that go? Yeah, okay, cool. Take off all this skulk because it'll keep spreading. Okay, like this. How many do I have? 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. I'm gonna fix this and then I'll take off all of that stuff. Ugh, don't do that. Okay, that didn't any more skulk. Just this one right here. Okay, I'm gonna fix this. I'm very scared. Why didn't you make it out of obsidian and skull can't spread out there? So I followed a tutorial and I think, do I have to do it this way? Okay, yeah. Follow tutorial. And I didn't realize that colored terracotta was skulk replaceable, and that's why it's not. I thought I used blocks that were skulk irreplaceable. Like this stone, this is also supposed to be skulk replaceable in there. This is a skulk farm. But I'm a silly little goose. Every block that can be exploded can be sculked. I don't think so. Not every block. Like concrete. This concrete can't be sculked. Concrete cannot be sculked, or else this all would have gotten sculked. It got covered in the skulk vines or veins or whatever, but it can't be. It can't be turned into a skulk block. It's all natural blocks that can be turned into skulk. Any blocks that aren't natural blocks, like smooth stone can't be done. Concrete, obsidian can't be done. Glass, I think wood can't be changed. Bricks can't be changed. But apparently terracotta can. I just thought that colored terracotta couldn't. But it can, which is unfortunate. And then put this so no Enderman can spawn. Say skulk. It's skulked. Isn't skulked it? Say skulked it. That's the terminology you want to use to refer to things being consumed by the skulk. Okay, I just don't want to get. There we go. So while I'm unskulking it right now with all this. So this got changed because it was able to find its way to the terracotta, which was able to get skulked. So now I have to clean this off because this is technically all supposed to be non-skulked. This is all supposed to be skulk proof. Did I break something? I broke something. There we go. What did I break? Removal of skulk is correct. Okay. Something here broke. Something here broke. What did I break? What did I break? It's not going anymore. I think I broke a piece of redstone. Oh, I think it's supposed to be there. Oh, I can't see. Where? Oh, wait, no. Yeah, there's supposed to be a redstone, piece of redstone right here that I don't have. Okay, I'm just breaking everything now. Okay, this is fine. Trying not to, completely break my entire machine here. Okay, where do I don't need this. This piece right here. And then this piece right there. There we go. Okay, it's fixed. I did it. Have a gif of a cute otter playing with marbles. I'm proud of you. I'm happy that you have a fun little gif. Okay, we have that. Clean. Take that off. This can stay terracotta for now because it doesn't have a path from the sculpt to follow. Oh yeah, hop in the Discord. Okay, I'm missing, yeah, right here. Okay, oh, there's some sculpt here. And some sculpt here. I still have the repeater. I still have the repeater. means this is not getting turned to stone up here. I believe it's supposed to be. Hold on, I need to check. Oh, this is not good. I mean, it's not that bad. Okay, I need to just make sure. So it's going this way. One tick. Okay. So it's going this way, right? Or what? Like this. One tick? Yes, okay, we're working. It's so loud here. I'm apologizing for this noise. Right here. And I think I've collected all the skulk. I think we're good. Now I can show you guys. It's good. I will just put the otter gif and animal pictures. Yeah, let me look at it. Awesome. Let me see the otter. Show me the otter gif. Aww. That is a good gif. Very cute. Okay, I'm gonna do this, run this real quick. Make sure it's still working perfectly good. Yep. Look at that go. This is also double as an XP farm. It's very loud though. I don't need any more skulk. I got enough, but I'm very happy I fixed this up. So now I can just leave because it's incredibly loud. Awesome. I fixed my skulk farm. I mean, it wasn't horribly broken, but it was not great. I think my gift favorites from there are cursed. I'm happy for you. In what way do you mean cursed? Like, there are a few different definitions of cursed. Want me to show you? I'm scared to answer that. I don't know. How long have I been? 1:30. I have time to work on something else. I have to make sure I'm done. I can stream for another hour and a half, and then I have to start getting ready for work. Just send one in the memes channel. Okay, you can send one, and then I'll decide if it's a good idea to have more. Oh my goodness. Okay, what did I put that? This. Okay, I want to replace one thing over here. Actually, a couple things. You've sent it. Okay. Oh no! No! The hamster! No! No! Okay. Okay. That one was funny. Okay. The hamster. I hear you. I hear you. Ah, thought you could sneak up on me, huh? Little did you know, I have subtitles on. I need to put more light down here, I think. Because this is eventually all going to get covered up. So this looks dark here. Here. I guess I could connect the land here. I have enough dirt. And then I can keep working on landscaping for now. Rat of Doom gift? That sounds fun. Send the Rat of Doom. I wish to see the Rat of Doom. Oh my god. That one's silly. Okay. Where can I put this? Just a bunch of stuff. Okay, I'm gonna get dirt. Someone called Honk. Okay. Last one, send that one, but I do want to limit the amount of links that are sent to the Discord. But because the last two were funny, I'll one more, just one more. I just want to make sure that there's not a bunch of links getting sent to the Discord, because links can be iffy. Yeah, you're sending links. They're just in my favorite gift category. Rest in pieces. Oof. Built into Discord? Oh, that is weird. I don't know why I would be sending them as links. But they are links that are taking me to an external site. I just had good faith. I just had good faith and hoped that I wasn't getting sent to anything bad. I don't wanna, I'll probably change this. Alright, just stop sending them till I get it figured out. Okay. Sounds groovy. I never did get back to the topic at hand of talking about survival horror. We got off on several tangents and then on funny pictures. It is okay. It is okay. I think, what can we talk about? I can go back to talking about, I might change this. I don't know if I like the abrupt change from skulk to dirt. Did I miss a whole bunch of, I missed a whole bunch of area. Okay. Whoops. I'll fix that eventually. I thought I finished and I missed this whole area. It's fine. It's fine. Discuss SCPs. SCPs. Super cool. Super cool. I like the collaboration of the SCP universe. Right? I think it's very fun. Like I said, there are a lot of numbers and I just can't remember them all. People who know like the lore of SCPs are off the top of their head are stronger than I am. But I think one of my favorite ones are like alternative universe SCP kind of. So not all of the alternative universe ones. I do like some of the creature ones too, but I think I like to listen to this one guy. I think on YouTube he's called The Exploring Series. I think that's just his YouTube name. Also, my YouTube title has changed from just Bob's to Bob's the Cryptid. It's still spelled with the Bob's is still spelled with a 0. But now when you search up Bob's the Cryptid, you don't get all of the weird videos on YouTube. It's just for the best. It had to be done. It's for the best. Anyway, so I was listening. I go back to it from time to time because again, it's one of my favorite SCPs and I don't remember the gosh darn name of it. But the story goes that there's some kind of alarm. I haven't listened to it in a bit, but like some kind of alarm got triggered. But before anything happened, they just found a dead body in this suit. And the suit is like a life preservation suit. And no one really knows what happened, like, or who, like, they're able to figure out who this guy was. But no one really knew, like, where he came from because the dude is, like, just chilling there. And I might be getting some things wrong, but this is just, I'm repeating it from memory. Anyway, so no one really understands what just happened or why a guy kind of just fell out of the sky wearing their like life preservation suit. But the suit had recorded the events that it had just gone through, that it had just seen. And essentially what had happened is that the O5, which is like the big bosses of the SCP organization, had called for human extermination in this alternative universe. They called for human extermination and that includes all of their own kind of people. Oh, there's a new cave. Hold on. I scared myself. And so the site, and I don't know if it's Site 19 or anything. I don't know the super. I'm okay. I don't know all the details of like the important sites and everything. Like I said, I'm not good at memorizing all the information from all the stuff. But the site that this guy worked at, they start getting attacked, right? They're like one of the first places hit, because in order to exterminate all of humankind, what the SCP organization does, or like the people, the O500 that are like, or the O5 that are trying to do all this, they start releasing SCPs on the public. Like they're like, oh, time to die. Here's all of our big scary monsters. And ooh, pretty good. So they start releasing the SCPs onto the public, and it starts killing also the SCP doctors and researchers and all that who aren't a part of the plan. And this one researcher, or one dude, he's not a D class. I think he is one of the researchers. He is able to make it to the suit in time before he gets killed. Like everyone else who's working there dies. He just is able to make it to the suit that's saving his life before they kill him. I kind of like this, keeping that. And so what the suit keeps him alive, but it also keeps the SCPs from seeing him. Like that, the suit itself is an SCP, kind of, I think, if I remember correctly. And it keeps other SCPs from being able to see anyone wearing the suit or interact with them. So he's being kept alive by the suit, and and none of the SCPs that are being released to ravage the world are able to hurt him. So he starts wandering the world trying to figure out what's going on and try to stop it, because that's what like the SCP organization kind of does. They take these world altering events and fix it, and that means they can even like go back in time and make it from ever happening, all that fun junk, right? So he's traveling the world and he's seeing all these SCPs wreaking havoc on everything, and I think it's one of my favorite stories, because it's just about a guy wandering and observing what's happening, and it's incredibly interesting. I can't remember exactly what he found out, or if I'm correct. So the O5 made the order for human extermination. No one knows why, and there's only like theories like, oh, they found out that something so bad about being human, yada yada. I need to re-listen to it because it's a really good listen. Oh, what's that? Channeling. Huh. I need gravel, and I need some more dirt, actually. Gravel, coarse dirt. Do I have gravel? Not a lot. Jesus. So yeah. Whoops. Did not realize it was nighttime. I don't even know where I was going. I just like the whole narrative of this dude walking around, wandering. Like he's essentially able to wander a post-apocalyptic alternate universe without any like anything hurting him or anything stopping him. And I thought that was really interesting, because normally when you have to like wander a post-apocalyptic alternate universe, you can't really focus on what's happening. You gotta focus more on the whole, what's it called, surviving part, which I mean, fair, but this guy, he didn't have to worry about his survival. he could literally just wander around and like watch the end of the world around him. And it really, it talks a lot about like how lonely it got for him, for like, because he couldn't, no one could, no one can see him. No one can interact with him. He's completely safe, but he can't talk to anyone or interact with anyone. So it's a very lonely story, but it's super interesting. It's so interesting. I think eventually he does get to talk to somebody, and it is one of the, I think it's an O5 member or like a really high level researcher. I can't remember his name. He's a reoccurring character in the SCP universe and like throughout multiple SCP universes. And it's the dude who has that one an anomalous necklace that makes him immune to, I think, everything pretty much, like all SCP effects he's safe from. I don't know the details, but he runs into that guy. He's like Dr. something, and he's like, so none of the SCPs are hurting him. None of the O5 are trying to get him killed or like able to get him killed. And he's also just chilling at the end of the world alone. But so when this dude, and if I remember correctly, his name is Carlos, might not remember correctly, when this dude finds him, this doctor with the necklace that is, again, makes him immune from other SCPs, sees him and he's all like, ah, yes, hello. I have a job for you. And essentially the way they fix it is that, I don't remember how, but they fix it by resetting the universe, but it means that the person who resets it or fixes it has to die. So the dude that we just followed around is dead. But we knew he was gonna die from the beginning because the story starts with the SCP Foundation finding this SCP suit, this anomalous suit with the dead body inside of it. So yeah, this is a really interesting story. I think another one I listened to more recently, and by recently I mean it's probably been a few months. But another one I listened to more recently was it was another interesting one. It was another interesting one. I kind of want to make rocks falling here. Like, this is supposed to be the factory area, right? This is the factory area. I don't want to touch this because I don't know what the factory is working on over here. But when I do, this area is my next target. I'm gonna work over here on the beach, this beachy area. Anyway, so there's another story I listened to more recently that there's these two people who underwent an experimental test that ended up backfiring. But it was like a test that was supposed to make it so they could be, again, immune to like more anomalous properties of sorts. Very, 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 very specific, I know. But they're supposed to be immune to anomalous properties of sorts. But the test failed. The test did not go well. I should put sand here, not just gravel and coarse dirt. Ah, that was not silk touch. But anyway, there's another. It's another end of the world. I like the apocalyptic SCP stories, but the ones that end more on an interesting note, not just the ones that are all like doom and gloom, right? But anyway, so it's the end of the world. And these two SCP agents, doctors, whatever they are contacted from like the rest of the SCP Foundation, and they're told, yeah, world's ending. We need you guys to get to this location. Again, I cannot remember what the location is. It's where the universe reset button is. Whatever that location is, that's where it is. If you know where that is, awesome. I don't remember the number. It's like Site something. I don't want to say Site 19 because I feel like everything is Site 19. But anyway, so they get that call and they're like, this is bull. This is not happening. It's not real. Just ignore it. And they're like, but what if it is real? And it's these two officers, a senior officer and her subordinate, and they're like the only two people stationed at this base. And it's like base no, not Antarctica. It's like in like the middle of the US somewhere. It's a very isolated base. They're not really close to society or anything like that. And what's happening is that there is an SCP event happening that just knowing about the SCP will get you infected with it, and essentially you're dead. You're good as dead. You're dead. If you know about the SCP, it already has you, and you're dead. And so they're like, we can't just stay here. We have to go check out the real world. They're like, no, we can't do that. Yada yada yada. Right. Eventually, one of them, I think the subordinate, convinces her senior officer, and she's all like, if it is real, we need to do this. We need to do this. Like, we need to at least confirm that it's fake, if anything, because if we don't confirm that it's fake and it ends up being real, we might like condemn the world to getting, forever screwed over. And so they're like, okay, we have to travel here on foot because we don't have any other way to get through. Like, we don't have a car or anything. This area for them is kind of like their prison, not prison kind of area. Like they're still SCP Foundation employees. They're kind of like forever stationed in this one place because they are potentially dangerous because of whatever testing happened to them. And they're a little bitter about that, I think, if I remember correctly. But yeah, so they go out into the world and they're like, okay, we'll check it out and see if it's anything. And so they do. I have to talk slowly so I don't cause myself to like die. Okay. So they go, it's essentially, they're recording it to ensure that they're like, it's tracked down. And so they have a track record of what they have to do here. I don't have my good shovel. And the SCP ends up being this like infection where if you find out what it is, if you even think about it, you end up becoming this mutant where another being or another person pops out of you and you become a completely new individual at this point. You are no longer the same person you were. You are now a new creature. So obviously very bad, but whatever the experimentation that these two went through, it makes them not quite immune, but safer in this situation than like everyone else. So they can travel out in the world without having to worry about potentially becoming one of these mutants. So it's just like they record their whole journey. Like they have to keep on top of like everything that they're doing. And the real punch in the gut that like during the climax of this story is, and spoilers if you spoilers ahead, but the real punch in the gut here is that the SCP isn't this malicious entity or anomaly that is coming intentionally to hurt people. The SCP is people from another universe, and it's a universe all very similar to the universe that the story takes place in, almost identical. And but whatever happened in the other universe, it was world ending, and they are now, like, their world is crumbling. They needed to get out, so they did something. They used an SCP of some sort to try to get out of their universe and send them to a different universe. And I mean, it worked, kind of. And that they did get sent to a separate universe, but instead of just, you know, teleporting them to a separate universe, it sends them to the body of someone in that separate universe. So these people that are all dying and transforming into these mutants, they're not like being taken over by some kind of parasite. They're another person is essentially spawning inside of them, and it's kind of tearing them apart, and they turn into these monsters, kind of, because the person that comes to the universe and is brought here kind of realizes that they just got turned into this monster, and they're in another human being's body, and they kind of go a bit mad. They go a little bit crazy, and that's why some of them attack. But along their journey, they also notice that, like, oh, some of these mutants are building civilizations, and some of them are acting scared of us and trying to hide from us, like we'll hurt them. And they're acting not like monsters, but like just, you know, people. And the commander, and these two women, they become friends throughout the story. They're like, because they go on this huge life-changing journey together, they slowly but surely become friends. But the commanding officer is, throughout the whole thing, she's saying, don't think of them like people, don't think about them too hard, because once you start thinking about them, you start being more infected. You have more of a chance at getting infected and becoming one of them. And so she's like, okay, I'm not thinking about them, I'm not doing it. But at the very end, they get to the location they're trying to get to this whole time. They get there, and they're like, and somehow, because the story is told in bits and pieces of, like, as the narrator describes it, the camera will cut out and then cut back in, and something different will have happened, right? So at the very end, the camera cuts out, and it's been like 2 months or something later. It's been a few months since the last recording, and throughout this whole time, the subordinate, the younger one, has been kind of questioning things this whole time, and kind of like trying to, like, connecting dots she really shouldn't have been for her own safety. And at the very end, they get to the location they need to get to, and they get separated somehow. They don't know how, but they get separated, and the younger one is like running from something, and she's obviously like panicking because her brain is hurting her, and the SCP, the virus or whatever, is trying to get through to her. But she like turns around, and there's this little girl that's walking at her, and the little girl's just as scared, or like she runs into a little girl. The little girl's not approaching her. She runs into this little girl, and this little girl's terrified, and she's like, the little girl is like begging her to not like kill her, even though if she doesn't kill her, it's a risk of infecting more people, including herself. But the little girl's saying, I'm so sorry, we didn't know, this was never the plan, we just wanted to be safe, don't hurt us. And according to the woman who we'd been following, the little girl's alone. So she's like, us? What do you mean us? What are you talking about? And she's like scared, she's in pain. So is the little girl, right? The little girl opens like the blanket that she has wrapped around her, and her brother, or like you assume it's her brother because it's a little boy that looks younger but just like her, right? So it's like her little brother is also a part of her body alongside probably a third person that they came out of. And that's when it kind of clicks for the what's it called, the woman. It kind of clicks for her. She's like, oh, these aren't monsters, these are people, these are real people. And that like realization of like these are real people, and the realization is what triggers the SCP to infect. And do I have bone meal? I should. I have a ton, not as much as I'd like, but enough. So it's what triggers the anomaly to start and actually infect her. So the older woman, oh, is that not mossable? No. Okay, I need to find a different area. So the older woman walks in on this, and she shoots the little girl dead. And her friend, they're friends now at this point. Her friend's like, no, why did you do that? They're just kids. They're just real people. They're just people. And she's like having a full-on meltdown. And her friend's like, don't think of them like that. You can't think like that, or else it'll be too late. You got to get them out of your head. Don't think about it too hard, because that's what keeps them immune. But it's too late. The girl had already been thinking about it too much, and she gets infected, and she dies because a new person comes out of her. Literally, a new person gets born from her, fully grown, just there. And so this woman had come to love her friend. Whether it's never outright stated, oh, she loved her, or like it's platonic or romantic. A relationship, albeit platonic or romantic, had formed because they had been slowly traveling for months at this point. It was a long journey, and they had to, like, sometimes they'd have cars, sometimes they wouldn't, but it was a long journey, and they grew very close. And so this like tore her apart. She was like, no, she was like the last person on earth to her practically, and she just lost her. And so she like storms into the room where she's supposed to like press the button, essentially resetting the universe and fixing everything to essentially getting her friend back. And when she gets into the room where the big button is, what's waiting for her there is like this huge mutant. And it's like it's one of the mutants made of multiple people, but it's not just 2 or 3 people in one body. It is like a small group of people, a small community of people in one body. And this dude is all like, so I gotta stop you. I can't let you do this. I know you really want to, but I can't let you, or I'm gonna really ask very nicely that you don't do this, because if you do it, you're gonna be killing an entire universe of people. You're going to be dooming and killing an entire universe of people. And this dude, and he's not like a monster. He looks monstrous, but he's not a monster. This dude like takes her to this viewing window, and this girl's still pissed. She's like very upset. She just lost like the most important person in her life at this point. And the way to fix that, the way to get it back is like right there. And she's still and someone's asking her not to press the button. So this dude, and I picture him in my head like a mayor or something. Like he's this mayoral figure. Is showing her that what he had been doing is throughout this whole story, someone has been calling the mutants and like trying to get them to come to one place. Excuse me real quick, I'm gonna mute. So they've been calling mutants to get them in one place. And, and it's been this dude the whole time. And he's been trying to gather his people together again to kind of build a new civilization, a new community with them. And it's been working. He's been getting his people together, and what he shows her through these viewing windows is like a thriving community of like children playing and people building a new home for themselves. And he's all like, you can push that button because she has a weapon on her. This dude can't physically stop her. But pushing the button, he tells her, like, pushing this button, if you reset it so that your world goes back to normal, you will be dooming all these people to die. You will be ensuring that their lives end. And she thinks about it. And it's a hard choice for her, not because her, like, in the beginning of this whole story, she's very much shown as the type of character who would push the button, who would do what's best for her world and not someone else. She would put her world first. But throughout her journey, she kind of became friends with, like, she made a friend, and her friend is in her head, and she's like, this is what her friend would do. Her friend wouldn't condemn an entire civilization to death simply to save her own. Like, she saw the other people as, you know, people. So it's like, there's got to be like some kind of middle ground to like ensure that, you know, there's not a bunch of people dying. And it was a very interesting, and I think the way I think that one ended is they were able to find a solution, and I didn't really understand the solution. I'll be honest. It was like they were able to set back the universe, both universes, to the point where their timelines separated. So where one universe, where like the end event happened in one, that's where they separated it between the two. I don't understand like how that fixed anything, or like how they prevented the universe in the other world from ending. But you know, it's fine. It was a fun story. It was a very fun story. Yeah. Another fun one, because this is just SCP sharing hour. I just like recounting stories I've listened to. Another fun one was I think it's a shorter one. But there's this one SCP where the whole thing is that there's this cave. And the cave was an entrance to another, like, universe. Cave entrance to another universe, but the thing is, the universe is essentially the exact same as the universe you just came from. So they I think first they send in drones, if I'm correct. They send in a drone to the universe first, like through the hole in the cave, and on the other side there's this exact same universe that they're in. It looks exactly the same, except it is completely post-apocalyptic, and you know me, I like that stuff. So it looks exactly the same on the other side as it is on this side, except everything is dead. It's all empty. There's no one there, and everyone is just like, well, what's going on there? And when they finally send a team in, the team is able to explore the buildings a bit better, and they're like, they find their own team, except everyone's dead. They find like the bodies and corpses of their own team. And they're like, okay, this is really weird. And then one of the head officers makes the discovery and ends up like killing a bunch of his own team, which, you know, makes sense considering they just found all of the teammates' bodies. So it's like, oh, so that's how everyone died. The one dude went crazy and killed them all. And you're like, yeah, that makes sense. It makes sense. And then the one dude that makes it out alive returns to his own universe, and it's all like, oh shoot, everyone here is dead now. This universe is completely empty now. It's now, it looks exactly the same as where I just came from. And it's like an infinite cycle that just keeps repeating. Like, as soon as you go through this cave, you're going to doom the universe you just came from. The universe you just came from is now going to die. And it's like, I think, if I remember correctly, that is the realization the one dude that kills his team each time makes. It's like, oh, we're all gonna, if we go back, we're killing everybody in our universe. He makes that realization, right? And so he's like, he'll kill his team, but then the thing is, he still went back. He always goes back, and that's what kills his universe. That's what kills everyone on his side of the universe in the portal. Am I liking how this is looking? I think I'm liking how this is looking. I'm just kind of going willy-nilly with it, you know? So there's not really a solution right away, and they're like, but finally in one of the cycles, one of the dudes figures it out. He's like, oh shoot, we can't go back, or else we're gonna screw things up very, very bad for everyone and ourselves. So what ends up happening is the solution to the problem is blow the cave up from the other side. So the dude, the thing that triggers it is them returning into their original universes. So if they just never return to their original universes, it doesn't, again, I could be explaining this completely incorrectly. That's always a possibility with my story times. Could just be wrong. Really, just could be wrong. I'm out of cobble. Do I have any more cobble? I have some. Not a lot. I need to go get more cobble. But yeah, it's a very interesting one. Again, the like kind of apocalypse alternate universe ones, very fun. Very fun. Trying to think of other SCPs I really like. Ooh, I think the one of the anglerfish is an interesting one, which is the story of a town in kind of like the middle of the abyss of the void. Again, it's been a while since I listened or read any of these stories, but the anglerfish town, that one, I'll just tell you to look up on your own, because that one's a good one. But I have not watched or listened to it in so long that I might be worse than the normal at explaining that one. Do I have any spare gravel? I might have to go home to try to find some spare gravel. Huh, I do have some. Okay, some cobble. Do I have gravel here? I'm gonna go flight home real quick to get some gravel. Yeah, SCPs are just really cool. Like some of the stories, I won't say all of them are that interesting to me. Like some of them are just like, I like the SCP stories that tell stories, you know? Not always just like this SCP is an object that hurts you. And those can be really cool and interesting. I like it better when it's very much like there's more interesting things happening. Like, I just recalled this one, and I think this one might be one of my favorite stories. I'm not going to go into super depth or super detail about it like I did for the last couple, because this is also a very long one. But it talks about an SCP researcher who gets taken again to an alternate universe. And in this alternate universe, he is met with a talking cat. Already a very fun start to the story, right? And the talking cat is kind of like, yes, I know you. I am a SCP Foundation researcher. Do I have andesite? I do. I'm an SCP Foundation researcher here to tell you that your universe might get explodificated by our universe because you guys kind of suck. And it's very much talking, it's like referencing how in a lot of the SCP stories, the SCP Foundation does kind of suck. There's not really there's like the SCP Foundation having an ethics committee is oftentimes used as a joke in and of itself, because a lot of what the SCP Foundation does is unethical. And so there is a council in this universe that discusses other universes that they find, and they're like, is this a safe universe to have? Is it like, because what if they find us and they go nuclear kind of deal? Like, what if their option is like go nuclear or go home? And should we go nuclear first? And so the cat is like brought this dude here to tell him that, because she has kind of like harmless but ulterior motives. Again, harmless ulterior motives, but ulterior motives nonetheless. Forstert. But so there's two things happening in this story. The first thing happening is this tour this cat is giving, this cat and also SCP Foundation researcher is giving to the other researcher from an alternate universe. And so that's happening elsewhere in the same universe, and we get sneak peeks of it through like environmental world building placements. But elsewhere, there is a council meeting going on between all the large, I forgot that there's gravity blocks, all the large factions we know about in the SCP universe, like the Fae, and there's a bunch. I'm not smart, so I cannot list them all right now, but there's a bunch, that's for sure. Anyway, so this is going on, but the tour that's happening is like, yeah, we don't really have problems with SCPs. We don't really have like the same struggles you guys have, because we all decided to get really chill with our SCPs. We wanted to like make a connection with them and try to be chill with them. And so it goes like they go on this tour and meet a bunch of like really well-known SCPs, like super well-known SCPs in like in the SCP universe. Like that one crocodile lizard SCP that hates humanity and immediately just wants to kill everybody. They meet a bunch of those, because apparently there's a bunch of them. And they just go along like this tour of a bunch of them, and they're like, yeah, we found solutions. So these SCPs, these commonly very violent SCPs don't really want to hurt anybody. It's not like they're just chilling now. And they're like, how'd you do this? How, like, what are you doing that we're not? Because we want to protect everybody, but we're obviously not, we're not doing it right. They're like, well, we just listen to the SCPs and chat with them and be like, what do you want? And then we kind of do what they want as within reason, right? And so the guy's like, that can't possibly, like, it's too good to be true. And he's all like, we just wanted to help people. And like, we want to help the SCPs. Like, you guys are so concerned about only protecting humanity, you don't think about that the SCPs are living creatures as well. And so you're actively hurting them when you guys could be working together. And so they talk and they're like, yeah, that makes sense. I'm liking this. I kind of going for like that stony shore look. I kind of want to put some more up here. But and they're like, yeah, yeah, it makes sense, but like, I don't like it. And it's a very interesting, like a nicer look at the SCP universe, where it's not all just like everything wants to hurt and kill you and everything is awful. It's more like, yeah, there's a lot of bad things, but we can work to make it better together. And that's kind of like, it's a very interesting story that it goes on. I want, that's another one on my re-listen to list, because it's a nice story. Yeah. I go on little rants. We have fun. It's fine. Little spots of dirt over here needs more texturing. I'm trying to keep some coarse dirt. There's not a lot up here. I might put a little bit more. I don't know. A little path here. Then I can put some path blocks or path into this. Once I get, like, I'll put some dirt here. Hopefully nothing spreads. Something like this. So you kind of know where you're going. Yeah, I like that one a lot because of how optimistic it is about the world. Like, it's like, yeah, these SCPs aren't intentionally being like, oh, I'm gonna kill ya, I'm gonna get ya. They're more like acting like a scared, cornered animal acts when threatened, and meaning they lash out. And I like that idea so much. It's like, yeah, these guys aren't intentionally trying to be like, oh, I'll get ya. They're just, except for the lizard guy, the angry lizard guy is very much like, I'm gonna get ya, because humanity reeks and all that kind of stuff, right? So that guy is, but their solution to that guy, because they also couldn't figure out like why this dude hated them so much. Because for the other ones, like, I think their solution for SCP-067 is that the statue? That statue that breaks your neck because when you don't look at it. My mother is calling me. Give me a second. I return. Okay. What was I talking? Yeah. So the lizard, they're like, I don't. Oh wait, no. So the statue that breaks people's necks. They're like, how do we fix this? Well, the statue is breaking people's necks because it wants to be seen, and when people don't look at it, it gets upset and angry, so it breaks the neck. So they essentially made it so everybody can see it at all the times. Like, there's never a moment where no one's looking at this thing, right? That's not gonna get gray. So it's never a moment where no one's looking at this thing. It's always being observed. And so now that the statue doesn't break anyone's neck anymore because it's happy. It's being treated how it wants to be treated. But for the lizard guy, they're like, I don't know what you want, dude. You're scaring us. They gave the lizard people like their own area in the world. It's all like, you guys can chill here because you still want to murder us. So we're gonna let you guys chill over here, and we're gonna mind our own business. And occasionally we're gonna send a messenger over here to see if you guys are chill yet. And if he dies, we'll assume you're not chill. And that's what they do for a while. They just send people to their deaths. Not a lot, or like every once in a while they'll send a dude to talk to the lizards and be like, hey, you still want to kill all of humanity? And if the dude dies, the answer is yes. And then one day the dude doesn't die. And so they're like, well, what changed? Why are you chill with us now? And they're like, well, humanity is no longer disgusting. And it was after they had done all this and it was stopped, they stopped killing all these SCPs, that they're like, humanity's chill now. We're fine. We're chill with you guys. And they still leave the lizards to their own stuff, to just like do whatever they want on their own, so they don't have to worry in case that humanity becomes disgusting again or something. But for now, they're chilling, which is cool. Yeah. It's a really, I just liked how it was like a very hopeful story. Like, it's like, yeah, we're not completely perfect in this universe, but we wanted to give these creatures benefit of the doubt, and because of that, they had like this really like more futuristic, advanced society that was able to like take care of each other because they had more access to more like knowledge and technology and all this fun junk. And it was an interesting story to like listen to. It's a very interesting story to listen to, and it's getting dark and I don't like that. Okay, we'll come back when we sleep real quick. Say goodbye, dirt. So, yeah, those are the kind of stories from SCP I like. Okay, let's take a look at this area from a nice good old perch. I like that a lot better. I also like how it kind of comes out this way over here. Like over here, this is, and once we get like an actual more buildings, I can texture the outer area a bit more to be like, yeah, this is what's over here, this is over here. I just had this area nice and textured because, oh, I want to get over there because we kind of know what this area is. This is kind of like a rocky little beach, and I'm gonna get over here real quick so we can just kind of, I don't have a lot of this, but I can just kind of build up like this. I don't like this area, but it's fine. I don't have a lot of stuff. I need more coarse dirt. Did I unmute? Yes, I did. Okay. Sometimes I don't unmute, and it is kind of embarrassing. Anyway. What can I talk about? I'm gonna end soon probably, but like I want to keep talking because talking, you know, it's fun. Talking's fun. connected. I'll just do a little splattering of this, splattering of this, and a splattering of this, and then splattering of this. Okay. I can go back to finally talking about survival horror. Yes, I was very invested in that conversation until I got off topic and kind of gave up, but it's fine. It's fine. So I think I was talking about how survival horror is one of my favorite genres in horror. I love survival horror a lot, and to hear Five Nights at Freddy's described as survival horror by like YouTube, but by Google, just like, that's incorrect. That's just wrong. That's not what it is. Hello, cow. So, and the reason why I don't think, and I mentioned this earlier briefly, where it's like, just because survival is a part of the game to an extent does not make the game survival horror, because then every horror game practically is survival horror. If you can die in the game, it is survival horror, and that is just incorrect. That is just too broad of a statement to put on as a genre. So when it comes to survival horror, you want it to work as the survival part is separate from the horror, in my opinion, at least. So I mentioned Subnautica briefly, or one that we play, 7 Days to Die or DayZ. We play that here on the channel. Those are both survival horror games, because you have to survive like separately from like the zombies and the horror aspect of it that comes with like the blood moon or the other players in the game, or the zombies. There's more to the game than just the zombies. You actually have to go find food, get shelter, or else you'll be at a disadvantage, and you will most likely feel that disadvantage really bad because you won't be surviving. You can't just say it's a survival horror game because you could die in the game. Like, oh, Freddy's gonna get you. You gotta survive. It's survival horror. That's not how that works. That's not how it does. Kind of like that. Kind of like how there's like a crevice here. I'm gonna leave that for now because I don't have enough blocks. So like in Subnautica, you need to get food and get gear and make stuff, but there's also the horror aspect of the giant monsters happening, and the warpers that warp you out if you're infected into the water, and there's the scary noises and the I think it's the thalassophobia that it plays on, because you're going deeper and deeper into open, empty water. And I don't have a fear. I don't have the thalassophobia fear, if I'm even saying, if that's even the correct term. I don't have that, but I do understand it. Everyone should have a nice natural fear of the ocean. It's a dangerous place. Do I have bone meal here? Or bones? Okay, I'm gonna get some bone meal. But yeah. Five Nights at Freddy's does not have, none of the games have that aspect of survival. So immediately taking off survival horror from Five Nights at Freddy's. It does not deserve that title. Google also says the Google also says genres are, I believe it was indie, graphic adventure game, and simulator game. Those are all as defined by Google. Indie they can have indie. It is the first game at least is technically an indie game. And I guess you can also, the simulator game can also be, you can also call it a simulator game. It is simulating a security guard shift, I guess. I would definitely put as a genre of Five Nights at Freddy's jump scare horror, because that is, jump scare horror is a subgenre of horror in and of itself, and that is definitely, especially the first game, that is definitely what Five Nights at Freddy's falls under, is jump scare horror. That is one of the, that is the scary part of Five Nights at Freddy's, is that these animatronics will jump scare you. So yeah, I would also probably, I'd keep indie, so I'd probably describe it as also a point and click game. Not because it's not very typical of point and click games at all. It's not your typical point and click game at all. And it's just that's really all you can do gameplay wise, is point and click. You close the doors, you look at the screens. It is a point and click game at its core function. It is a point and click game. That is nothing against Five Nights at Freddy's. A lot of good games are point and click games. Five Nights at Freddy's is one of those. It's a point and click game. I'd call it a point and click horror game, at least the first one. It gets a little bit more complicated with the other games because there's like other aspects of the games for the other ones. It's not just point and click, because you have all the, you have like all the mini games and whatnot. So you have a lot of you have a lot of stuff for like that. I'm trying to think what other, but yeah, if I had to limit the Five Nights at Freddy's to 4 genres like Google does, I would put it down as point and click game, not a point and click adventure game, just point and click. I'd put it down as, I'd keep indie, at least for the first one. I don't know if it's I don't know if it still counts as an indie game, as it got bigger and it got more like funding and stuff behind it. It might still be considered an indie game. I have no idea. But oh yes, I've brought life. I have brought life. Anyway, so point and click, indie, simulation game, and jump scare horror game. Those are the 4 genres I would put Five Nights at Freddy's, at least the first game, under. I don't know too much about the other games. Definitely not Security Breach. Security Breach is its own. I think Security Breach still does try to fall under the jump scare genre, because that is, it's not, it doesn't really feel like a Five Nights at Freddy's game without a lot of jump scares. But yeah, yeah. And I'm going to end it so I can chill a little before I have to start getting ready for work. So let's hit that ending button. Let's see. Am I raiding anybody today? I don't think I'm going to raid anybody today. Who's this streaming? Nah, I'm not going to raid anybody today. Okay, it's fine. That being said, I think I'll see you guys on Friday. Let me see real quick. I gotta check. Friday? Yeah, no. I might not see you guys on Friday. I might stream to, wait, no, where am I? That's the wrong one. Okay. Yeah, I might not see you guys on Friday. I might try to stream tomorrow to make up for it, or Saturday. One of those. I'll see what I'll see. I'll see you guys soon though. Hopefully I also have a new YouTube video out by Monday, hopefully. I don't know. I also don't know if this link is gonna work. Let me see. Does this link still work? Link still works. Love that for me. Okay. Anyway, thank you guys for vibing with me today. I know we had a bit of a rocky stream. I've had a bit of a rocky week. So you know what? Just how it is. I will see you guys when I see you guys. Bye.